Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler review series V's I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, we're on pickle review number 3. So you know that I'm just having a wingding of a day. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, just because I can, ow, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Jam my finger. What super cool shirt am I wearing? Well, I always like to highlight super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Finger! Boom! It's my Half Gain shirt. I've worn this one in some reviews now. But what the hell is Half Gain? So Half Gain were a band of the nu metal variety that existed in Arizona and kind of like the late 90s, early 2000s. Really at the peak of the nu metal era. They never gained any like significant prominence or anything like that, but you know, I'm sure they had like a local following and everything. Managed to put out an album, even managed to go over there and do a low-budget music video. I mean, credit where credit's due, right? I'm a big nu metal fan, so I go over there and I find this stuff because I love digging around and trying to find obscure bands. And it turned out that this one I actually had some association with because the lead singer of Half Gain is also the lead singer of the band Dead, who are not very obscure. I mean, you know, you got to kind of be in certain circles, but I really like the shirt. A friend of mine, a guy named Mark, he went over there and he made up the design for me. Good dude, love you, Mark. And if you happen to be interested in Half Gain at all, let me know. I'll point you in the right direction as far as their music goes. But anyway, pickles. So yes, I am going through and I am reviewing Popeyes' new pickle menu, which is a limited time menu that they've done. Somewhat begrudgingly, because I mean, I'm not a big pickle guy. If you watch my channel, you know that. I got through reviewing their pickle lemonade, and then I did their fried pickles. Now, I'm moving on to one of their protein options. Specifically, boom, but what are these? These are their pickle glazed wings. And I've reviewed pretty much all of the flavors of Popeye's wings at this point, so pickle wings, sure. I got them bone in because, well, as you do. And, all kind of pickles. Okay, that's a thing. Let's get a thing for the thing. Looks like this, and we'll kind of go, ha 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 ha. Right. Why do I keep doing that? All right, let's try out some pickle wings. Pickles. You know what? That's not bad. I'm actually perfectly okay with these. And here's the reason why. They use the pickles the way that personally I think pickles should be used, which is, you know, I'm not against pickles, but use them in places that are appropriate, where they're not trying to steal the show. And I feel like that's what they did here. The sauce itself has a lot of things going on. It has a little heat to it, a little sweetness to it. And then it just has kind of a, sort of a little bit of a pickle vibe. And I actually like that. I think that works out really nicely. Yeah. I like these a lot, actually. These are really good. Cool. I'm glad I got something out of this. Yeah, I mean, got a little bit of a slight vinegary hit, but like it never steps out of place, you know. It never goes over there and tries to take center stage. It's just kind of on the tail end. And then again, you also have like other things going on, a little bit of a sweetness to it. Has a little bit of a heat to it too, kind of kicks in at the end, hits you in the back of the throat. It's nice. Not crazy spicy or anything, but you know, I like this because, again, I think it's using pickles the way that personally I like it when pickles are used. But beyond that, it's doing something that I'm a big fan of. If you watch my channel, you already know. It's got contrasting flavors going on. You know, they could have just gone over there and just had this been straight pickle flavor, and that would have been miserable for me. But they didn't do that. Again, I'm guessing probably what they did, I mean, don't quote me on this, I'm guessing they probably took one of their other flavors and just added, a little bit of pickle to it. And honestly, not only do I think that works really well, but like it's something that I can actually get behind. I was kind of expecting these to be, fine, and I'd be okay with them. But actually, I would go as far as to say I like these. These are actually really tasty, and it goes to show again when you use pickles in the appropriate place, you can do some great things with them. I personally like these a lot. The chicken itself is really nice. It's Popeyes, so it's nice and crispy on the outside, nice and tender on the inside. And I will say I extra appreciate them because not too long ago I did a review of some barbecue wings from Little Caesars, and boy, oh boy, whoo, yeah. I don't know if I'll have that review posted up before this one because I kind of want to get this one in, but no, I'm actually perfectly down with these. So, 2 questions have to be asked though. Would I get them again? Would I recommend them? Yes and yes. Weirdly enough, yeah. I mean, it took 3 fucking items, but I finally found something off the pickle menu that I like. No, like I said, I think it hits the way that I want the pickle to. It's there, it's a nice little accent, it gives it a little something extra, for my taste buds to enjoy, but it's not showboating, it's not trying to be the star of the show, it's just acting in concert with the other flavors, and I like that. Now that said, if I'm recommending it, that could be a good thing or a bad thing for you. Because I do know people who are big pickle fanatics, and they want that pickle up front. They want it. It is the fucking Mick Jagger to them. They want it. It's the David Lee Roth. It's the, whatever 70s hard rock / kind of metal bands front man analogies that you can think of. But they want that aspect to it. So if that's the case, these might be disappointing to you. Because again, the pickle flavor, although there, certainly noticeable, it's not outrageous, it's more subdued. For me, that works great, and I honestly think probably for most people it's the better option. But again, if you're one of those big pickle fanatics, if you want your pickles to be the Bon Jovi of the experience, just not that, just not. Plus, how often do you get to bring up Bon Jovi in 2025? I don't know, I don't care about Bon Jovi. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly, surprisingly tasty, pickle-tastic rest of your life. It happens every now and again, it happens. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, are you a pickle? You know what? Screw that. I've been talking about pickles for 3 reviews now. What's your take on, again, like sort of 70s and 80-ish, like rock / metal bands? I personally am not a big fan. It was before my time. I just, don't get me wrong, I respect where respect is due, I mean, Painted Black by fucking Rolling Stones is one of the coolest fucking songs ever. I don't give a shit about Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi to me have always kind of seemed like the Nickelback of their day. Like, they didn't really have any edge to them. Shit kind of sounds generic compared to a lot of what was going on. But at the same time, a lot of people like them, so what the fuck do I know? Anyway, let me know. Bye.